What if I told you that your bank account is a direct reflection of your relationship with money? In Buddhist-inspired wisdom, your outer world is simply a mirror of your inner state, and how you physically treat your money, where you put it, how you store it, is a conversation you're constantly having with abundance itself. The wrong placement isn't just messy, it's an energetic signal that can actually repel wealth and invite financial struggle. This isn't superstition. It's a principle of energetic alignment. Think about it. To feel clear-headed, we need a clear mind. To feel prosperous, we must create an environment where prosperity feels welcome. Money is a current of energy. When you place it in zones of your home linked with neglect, chaos, or waste, you are unconsciously telling that current to stop flowing, to stagnate, or to drain away. These teachings are about mindful living, where every choice, even where you toss your spare change, shapes your reality. Today, we're going to uncover 7 specific places you must never keep your money if you want to shift from a mindset of scarcity to one of effortless flow. In the language of energy, the space under your bed is the realm of the subconscious, a place of dormant and unprocessed energy. Storing your financial resources here is like telling your money to go to sleep and never wake up. While it seems like a safe, hidden spot, what's under the bed energetically represents what we ignore: dust, clutter, forgotten things, and unresolved emotions. According to the principles of mindful space that you find in both Buddhist practice and Eastern traditions like Feng Shui, money is not an inanimate object. It is a vibrant, active energy that needs to circulate. When you hide it under your bed, you energetically suffocate it, disconnecting it from the conscious, active part of your life and tangling it with the heavy energy of what you avoid. The bed is sacred ground for rest, renewal, and dreaming. It's where we let go and heal. To bring the active energy of wealth into this passive, unconscious space creates a fundamental conflict, disrupting the harmony required for true abundance to flourish. Just as your body needs a clean and peaceful environment to properly rejuvenate, your wealth needs a space of respect, clarity, and light in order to grow. Think about the dust and darkness under a bed. They are symbols of decay and neglect. What was once active becomes forgotten. In Buddhist philosophy, your intention is the seed of all outcomes. Wealth that is treated with respect and placed in clean, honored environments can circulate and multiply. But money stored in darkness, without airflow or conscious attention, is starved of the very elements it needs for expansion. It's like planting a seed in a lightless box and expecting a forest. Over time, this one small habit can create real-world friction, delayed payments, missed opportunities, or a constant feeling that your money is stuck. To achieve enlightenment, the mind must be cleared of shadows. To achieve abundance, your space must be cleared of hidden stagnation. The simple act of taking money out from under your bed and putting it in an intentional place, a dedicated wealth box, a beautiful dish on your desk, can recalibrate your entire financial frequency. It's a declaration to the universe that says, I am conscious. I value what I receive. I am a worthy home for abundance. Because in the silent language of energy, where your money rests is a statement about how much you value it, and in turn, how much you value yourself. In teachings about energy, aware living, the top of the refrigerator is an energetic, high-stress zone, making it one of the worst places to store your money. Placing wealth here can subtly undermine your financial stability because of a simple, powerful rule: agitation scatters energy. While a fridge is about nourishment, its motor generates a constant, subtle hum of heat and vibration, especially at the top. This chaotic energy fundamentally disturbs the calm, stable foundation that wealth needs to feel secure and grow. In Buddhist mindfulness, every part of our environment either supports or detracts from our inner peace. Money is no different. It thrives in calm, orderly, and intentional spaces. Heat and vibration, by contrast, represent frantic, unfocused, and restless energy. When money is stored in this agitated, often cluttered space, it spiritually learns to be unstable, fragmented, and misaligned with the steady rhythm of true abundance. It's like trying to grow a delicate plant next to a loud, vibrating machine. It can't set down roots, it can't find peace, and it certainly can't flourish. Furthermore, the top of the fridge often becomes a magnet for clutter. Junk mail, old containers, things without a home, all of which create energetic noise and send a message of neglect. In Buddhist practice, the way you do anything is the way you do everything. When you place money in a hot, messy, ignored spot, you are symbolically treating it with carelessness. This tells your subconscious and the universe that you consider your financial well-being an afterthought. Because energy follows belief, this can manifest in your life as unexpected bills, fluctuating income, or an inability to hold on to money when it does come your way. Symbolically, the rising heat also lifts money's energy up and away from the earth, which represents grounding, security, and long-term stability. This creates a financial dynamic where money flows in but feels like it evaporates, arriving with promise but dissipating like steam. Buddhist monks are taught to handle a single grain of rice with presence and respect. We are similarly reminded that money must be kept in a place of balance and stillness to maintain its integrity. The simple act of moving your wallet, cash, or even that jar of coins off the top of the refrigerator and placing it in a cool, intentional space, a specific wealth drawer, a money bowl, or a sealed wooden box, can radically shift your financial energy. You're not just moving an object, you're changing your relationship with prosperity. In the language of sacred energy, chaotic heat burns through your resources. But when you treat your finances with cool, calm respect, you create a space where money isn't just protected, it is honored, amplified, and invited to settle in for the long haul. In Buddhist philosophy and energy-based spatial awareness, the bathroom is fundamentally a space for release, purification, and elimination. Its entire energetic purpose is to wash away, flush out, and cleanse what is no longer needed. For this very reason, it holds a powerful symbolic tie to the energy of disposal. When you keep money in the bathroom, in a drawer, a cabinet, or near the sink, you are unconsciously programming your financial energy to align with the principle of waste. You're sending a signal to your subconscious and the universe that money is something to be gotten rid of, used up, or treated as refuse. In Eastern traditions that honor energy flow, like Feng Shui, which shares principles with Buddhist mindfulness, water is a powerful symbol that can either cleanse or carry away. Bathrooms are zones of powerful energetic drainage, both literally down the pipes and symbolically out of your life. When wealth is stored here, it is energetically swept away. You might notice that money seems to vanish, that your income disappears on trivial things, or that your savings just won't grow. This is because the bathroom is a place of outflow. Money kept there is constantly influenced by the same force that removes waste. Even in a pristine, beautifully decorated bathroom, the core energetic function of the space is elimination. Spiritually, money requires sacred handling. It should be placed in spaces that symbolize stability, growth, and respect, not next to toilet paper, cleaning chemicals, or near drain pipes. Every placement is a declaration. Money in a bathroom can signal that you don't fully value your financial blessings, seeing them as merely functional rather than sacred, or that you subconsciously expect your money to be temporary and easily washed away. Buddhist mindfulness teaches that what we honor will, in turn, honor us. By keeping money in a place of waste, you degrade its energetic power and invite financial instability. This isn't superstition, it's the law of symbolic resonance. Your external world is a map of your internal beliefs. When you put your wealth in a space designed for discarding things, you reinforce inner stories of unworthiness or lack. To fix this, remove all cash, wallets, and financial items from the bathroom. Period. Choose a location that feels stable, clean, and energetically positive. A place that symbolizes growth and intentional care. A designated wealth corner, a special box, or a sacred drawer will work. The goal is to create a clear energetic separation between what you want to release from your life and what you wish to keep and grow. Money is not waste. It is potential, it is security, and it is spiritual energy. Treat it that way, and it will behave that way for you. When you stop storing your wealth in a place of elimination, you stop unconsciously programming your fortune to go down the drain. In Buddhist thought and energy-aware living, clutter is never just a physical problem. It's an emotional and spiritual traffic jam that dams up the natural current of life. When you store money inside a cluttered closet, you are trapping your wealth in what can be called a prison of the past. Your finances become entangled in stagnant, unresolved energy that chokes off its ability to move, grow, or fulfill its potential. Closets are the hidden corners of our lives, places we hide what we can't or won't deal with, clothes that no longer fit the person we are today, broken objects, unworn shoes, and sentimental items heavy with old memories. This stuff is not neutral, it carries emotional weight. When money is shoved among these things, in an old coat pocket, inside a forgotten handbag, or under a stack of boxes, you are energetically burying your wealth in a crypt of indecision and procrastination. In Buddhist teachings, attachment to what's gone is a primary source of suffering. Clutter is the physical form of being attached to the past, to a fear of scarcity, I might need this one day, or to an old identity. By keeping money in that environment, you are energetically chaining your financial future to your past limitations and fears. Just as your lungs need clear airways to breathe, your money needs clear channels to flow. A cluttered closet is an energetic blockage. This misalignment shows up in your life in subtle but powerful ways. You might feel financially stuck despite your hard work, find it impossible to get a clear picture of your finances, or be trapped in a frustrating loop of earning but never accumulating. Money stored in chaos becomes dormant. It soaks up the heavy, stuck energy around it and mirrors the disorder back to you. In Buddhist-inspired mindfulness, your environment builds your consciousness. A chaotic space will always create and sustain a chaotic mind. Furthermore, clutter bombards you with so much visual and energetic noise that it becomes impossible to connect with the clarity and intention needed for wise financial stewardship. When your wealth is surrounded by things you've forgotten, it too becomes forgotten energy. This is why decluttering is not a chore, it is a sacred ritual. It's about clearing the energetic pathways for abundance to find you. If you want to transform your financial reality, start with your closets. Don't just make space, release the old stories and limiting beliefs stored with the clutter. Take any money you find out of these spaces and give it an honored, intentional home where it can breathe and be appreciated. Your money deserves to exist in a space that mirrors your clarity, your readiness, and your respect for its power, not buried under the weight of who you used to be. Because in the sacred dialogue between you and your life, the way you store your money shows how you value your wealth. When you clear the clutter, you clear the path for prosperity to arrive and to stay. In Buddhist-inspired teachings on mindfulness and energy, every single object and its placement in your home tells a story. Placing money near a trash can, whether it's change on the counter next to the bin, a wallet tossed on the floor nearby, or cash stacked near garbage bags, is a powerful energetic insult. It aligns your financial well-being with rejection, refuse, and worthlessness. By its very function, the trash can is the symbol of what is unwanted, expired, or useless. In Buddhist thought, energy is directed by attention and intention. When you place or leave money near a container designed to remove things from your life, you are sending a powerful subconscious message that money itself is disposable, dirty, or not wanted. Energy is acutely sensitive to symbolism, and proximity creates association. Keeping money near a trash can, even unintentionally, demonstrates a spiritual carelessness that sabotages the flow of abundance. It acts out a belief that wealth is temporary or not worthy of being honored. Over time, this small habit can create very real financial patterns, recurring financial drains, surprise expenses, or a chronic inability to hold onto money. In mindfulness practice, we are taught to be deeply conscious of our surroundings because our environment directly shapes our inner reality. If the trash can is an energetic portal for disposal, then placing money near it is an invitation for your finances to take that same exit route. This is not folk magic, it's the energetic law of correspondence. We would never place a sacred object, a meditation cushion, a meaningful photo, a spiritual text next to a pile of garbage. Why then would we treat the energy of our livelihood with such disrespect? Money, in the Buddhist view, is a neutral and responsive energy. It absorbs and reflects how it is treated. If it is honored, it stays and grows. If it is dismissed, it leaves. To reverse this dynamic, start by creating a strict physical and energetic boundary between your money and any trash receptacles. Move your wallet, loose change, or cash from any surface near a bin and give them a clean, intentional home, a specific drawer for prosperity, a beautiful wooden box, or a sacred corner that radiates gratitude and order. Each time you do this, you are retraining your subconscious. You are telling the universe that wealth has a respected, honored place in your world. You are rewriting your story from one of rejection to one of reverence, from disposal to responsible stewardship. When you align your home's energy with care and worthiness, you invite money not just to visit, but to take up residence, grow, and support you. Because in the energetic wisdom of Buddhism, even the simplest act of placement can either welcome abundance or silently push it away. In Buddhist philosophy and energy, conscious living, every object in your home holds a specific vibration determined by its use and your intention towards it. When you store money in unused wallets or purses, you are essentially placing it in an energetic graveyard, a place of stillness and neglect that cuts it off from the active flow of life, purpose, and growth. Wallets and purses are not just accessories, they are the symbolic vessels of your wealth. They are containers of financial energy that either channel prosperity or quietly block it, based entirely on how you treat them. An unused wallet, one that's been retired to a drawer, lost in a closet, or kept for sentimental value, but no longer part of your daily life, becomes energetically dead. Its stillness represents inaction. Its disuse signals that it is no longer relevant. When you place money inside such an object, you are locking your wealth in a forgotten tomb. It's a space where energy isn't circulating, isn't breathing, and is completely disconnected from the present moment. In Buddhist mindfulness, the present moment is the only reality where life, and therefore abundance, can exist. Anything cut off from the now becomes energetically stagnant. Money, just like your breath or your focus, must circulate to be vital and effective. By storing it in wallets that are no longer in motion, you symbolically sideline it from the journey of your life. This dormancy can create real-world financial patterns, a career that feels stuck, investments that don't grow, or having resources that are technically yours but remain inaccessible and useless. Even worse, you may start to absorb the energy of these forgotten items, adopting a belief that your money has no active purpose, that it's meant to be locked away, or that you aren't supposed to be actively using it to build a better life. Buddhist practice calls us to be intentional in all our actions and to honor the tools that sustain us, including our financial ones. How you store your money is a direct reflection of how you think about your wealth, your worthiness, and your readiness to receive more. To break this pattern, start by gathering every unused wallet and purse you own. Check them for any hidden cash or coins. Then, either bless them and let them go, or consciously bring them back into active service if they still hold value for you. Do not let money lie idle in a forgotten container. Move it to a living space, your active wallet, a dedicated wealth bowl, or a sacred box where it can join the flow of your current intentions. This simple act is a powerful spiritual reboot. It sends an undeniable message. My wealth is alive, it is useful, and it is an active part of my present life. It transforms dormant energy into dynamic potential and kickstarts financial momentum. In Buddhist energy work, what you honor thrives, and what you forget withers. When you rescue your money from forgotten wallets and place it at the center of your conscious life, you reclaim its power and open the channels for prosperity to flow with new vitality. In Buddhist teachings, the floor is the most grounding element of a space, but it is also the most humble and energetically low. It bears the weight of everything, collects dust, and absorbs the chaotic vibrations of footsteps, gravity, and daily neglect. When you leave or store money on the floor, you are symbolically assigning it the lowest possible status of respect, both physically and spiritually. In mindfulness-based traditions, respect and intention define how we interact with everything, especially things connected to our survival and well-being, like food or money. To place money on the floor, whether it's a dropped coin you don't pick up, an envelope slid under a piece of furniture, or a wallet left there out of habit, is to associate it with a place of dirt, heaviness, and being overlooked. Energy follows meaning. The floor represents the bottom, what we step on, and what is beneath our notice. In the Buddhist view, this action tells your subconscious mind that money is not valuable, not sacred, and not worthy of being elevated or cared for. Because energy mirrors your inner state, money treated with this disrespect will reflect that back to you as financial instability, unexpected losses, or a persistent lack of forward momentum. Furthermore, in many Eastern cultures influenced by Buddhist ethics, placing anything of value or sacredness on the floor is a profound sign of dishonor. It breaks the flow of reverence and declares that the object is worthless. When money is exposed to this low vibration environment, surrounded by shoes, dirt, and unconscious traffic, it absorbs the energy of carelessness, chaos, and devaluation. Over time, this can manifest as a struggle to attract or keep wealth, no matter how hard you work, because the underlying spiritual signal is, this is not important. Buddhist mindfulness teaches us to elevate the vibration of our lives, not just with our thoughts, but with our physical actions and the spaces we create. Keeping money elevated, protected, and intentionally placed sends a clear message to the universe and your own deepest self that you are prepared to receive, honor, and grow your resources. To change the energetic result, you must first change the action. Make a conscious commitment to never let money stay on the floor. If you see a coin or bill there, pick it up, wipe it off if necessary, and place it with full awareness into a space of dignity. A drawer, a wallet, an altar, or a special container that is off the ground. This simple physical shift is an act of spiritual realignment. It is a way of lifting both your money and your relationship with it into the light of conscious respect. It reminds you that money is not merely a utility, but a reflection of your own stewardship, your energy, and your values. We would never lay a sacred text or a family photo on the floor to be stepped over. We must stop placing our financial energy where it is symbolically crushed, because in the energetic language of Buddhism, what you elevate in your physical space, you elevate in your life. When you lift your wealth off the floor, you lift your abundance to meet you where you deserve to be, in a state of awareness, gratitude, and true readiness to receive.